Okay, Becky, taking a look at your macro shots here. So, nice little collage. Looks like you've got a nice variety of stuff here. Looks like maybe the things are a little bit warmish, so maybe you might want to take a look at your white balance on something like that and maybe like this, but we'll end this dime, but we'll get to those. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at your photo details here. All right, Canon Power Shot. Okay, so nice that you're shooting ISO 800. That worked out really well. But in a case like this, when you're shooting in really close, and then of course your power shot cameras, um, those point and shoot cameras really can get in nice and close. So good job on getting in nice and close, on this particular angle. Um, I would suggest that you check your white balance because it looks a little on the warmish side there. This one, the color looks good. Good setting it at ISO 800 there. That's good. You got enough of shutter speed of a 40th of a second to hand hold that. That's great. Okay, and then of course, this must be a teeny tiny kind of little tiny coffee cup there. And the power shot getting in there really nice and close. Also ISO 800, that's good. That works out really well. Very nice close up there. And one of these little votive lights, also being able to get in there super close. This looks a little brighter, and your ISO at 400 here, so that's good. The white balance looks good. You can see there's a little bit of some kind of tungsten light over here, but you must have been close to a window light, and then this is being a more predominant light that the color looks more neutral. Something like this, I can see where you kind of reached the limit of in terms of being able to get in really close on something. Your ISO here is at 200. You probably could have bumped that up to 800 because your shutter speed here is at a sixth of a second. So that would explain maybe a little bit of the blur. So when you have a tough subject like this and you're getting really close, definitely want to bump that ISO up to a little higher, something around 800 or so that you're not shooting at a sixth of a second trying to hand hold that. Now here you go. So you set it back up to 800 on this. And this is nice. I like the fact that it's kind of tilted too. Adds to the sort of the dynamic of the picture. You're at, even though you at an 800 ISO, you're still your shutter speed's down low, so it must have been in relatively dim light, but it works. So that's much better than trying to shoot at a sixth of a second as you had that previous one. Good that you shot this at 800. So 15th of a second. I mean, you're just right on the edge. But nice job in terms of hand holding that. Good. And also being able to get in nice and close. Something like this, yeah, wow, really getting in really close. Also 800, good. But make sure you check your ISO. It looks like it's a little on the, excuse me, not your ISO, your white balance. And it looks like you're a little on the warmish side there. This one, color much better. You can see the whites are much more neutral. Looks like a mint wrapped up, but boy, oh boy, I mean, really in nice and close on that. Really getting in really close in on your subject. Same thing with this dime. But you can see too that and unless you intended it to be that way, the dime looks really golden, has a really golden cast, and maybe you'd want to set your white balance to be more tungsten or something to where it's a little bit more neutral, unless this is what you intended. But anyway, very nice in terms of being able to get in really close. These are the things that I definitely wanted you to do, is to explore how close can you get in on something, and especially here on the dime, you really got in nice and tight. We'll take a look at the other ones here. And I guess some of the other favorite one that I would have here would be maybe this first shot here of this car here. So love the fact that you were shooting at higher ISOs. That's great. Just work on taking a look at your white balance, but everything else looked great. So good job. Keep up the good work.